in for Puleng Mulibatsi. Time for us to get into our next conversation. Before we do that, I'd love to hear from you this morning. Firstly, how are you doing? Secondly, what are you up to? Also, contribute to the conversation we're having. We'd love to hear from you. +27634069126. And on all social media platforms, it is at Channel Africa 1. Now, this morning, we are spotlighting a real life hero. Peterson Sebati, a young man from Potchefstroom, is looking to change the context of his community. Now, he looked at the litter on the streets and the broken hope that he saw coming from this particular context. And then instead of walking away, he rolled up his sleeves and decided he is going to bring about change. He founded Retsa Tshela, a non-profit cleaning campaign determined to restore dignity, beauty, and pride to his community, one street at a time. This is not just about trash. It's about hope. It's about ownership and saying, if we don't fix it, who will? Joining us on the line this morning, Peterson. Good morning. Welcome to Tech Africa.
Good morning, Michelle. Thank you for having me today.
I am so excited to be talking to you. I was on TikTok because my producer is a superstar and she got me onto the platform. And I was seeing some of the work that you did. Is that you and the community, the painting of the bus stops?
Yes, I think so. We have started a non-profit organization, which most of the volunteers have been coming from my community, where we've just been going out and just restoring hope in communities through cleaning their public spaces as well as like taxi ranks, as you've mentioned.
Let's talk about this non-profit organization, Retsa Tshela. For those who are, firstly, not Sotho speaking, secondly, are outside the context of South Africa, what does this mean? And what was the basis for this, for you founding this particular organization?
Yeah. So personally, I never even thought that it would even come to this point. My heart was really to first clean our local park that was turned into a dumping site. And from that day where I saw hope on the first day, where I thought maybe after we had done cleaning, I'd definitely call the municipality and get them to intervene right now. But when I started seeing young people standing in front of my house saying, Peter, you gotta go back again. And it became a movement rather than just a cleaning campaign that happened only for that specific day. So time where it was more of people just coming in and saying, well, Peter, we need to go to that other park. We need to go to that other school. And that's how really we found it just it became much more of a movement that wanted to go into the whole of Potchefstroom and restore hope through cleaning public spaces as well as schools.
Peter, I want to know personally, are you like a very cleanly person? I want to understand what triggered you, because a lot of people look at their context and they just walk away, or they'll complain, or they'll get upset, but they won't necessarily do something about it. I want to know what it is about you that triggered you and said, listen, enough is enough. I'm getting this place cleaned.
Yeah, I think I was just one of those people, man. I was just passing by a lot of times at that park that we cleaned, but there was a specific time where, God had laid this in my heart, where, kids were playing in the park. And we are Ribita Mantlo and Gaswa, where they would play, house, something like that.
Yeah.
So these kids used to pick up dirty pads, pills, very, very dangerous substances, at the park that was supposed to be a recreational site. So at a time, this really broke my heart. And I remember just journaling about this and saying, really, God, if you really want me to do this, and please send me the help. And on the Monday morning, I did not have any support. I was just I had only a pair of gloves, a rake, a spade, and a shovel. And I went to that park and I said, even if people do not help me, but I'm just gonna try and clean up and see how far I can go. But that went from one volunteer coming in and saying, Peter, I'm coming to change. I'm going back home. I'm going to change. And I'm coming back to help me. I'm coming back to help you. And from one volunteer, we went to 15 volunteers on that day, which was such a beautiful sight to see.
That is truly powerful. I think what's really powerful about it is that you didn't just speak about change, you
Yeah,
initiated it and you stuck to the cause, whether or not somebody decided they're going to join you. So
yeah,
you didn't need to do much convincing when it came to rallying up more residents outside the 15 that saw you and joined you. You didn't need to like talk people into cleaning their space. I think they saw the progress of the park itself and decided that they too want to contribute to various spaces. Was that the case?
for sure, for sure. Um, with the people that came in, or like the volunteers that came in to help me clean, started inviting their friends, saying, "Yeah, you gotta come." And people were like, "What are you guys doing there?" And it was just more like I was not convincing people to be a part of this, but it was such a, I don't know, it was like an effect that came upon people saying, "Yo, come." And I did not know where these people were coming from, but I just saw a unified community standing up to clean its local park.
Peter, I want us to get into the rather Debbie Downer side of the conversation, and that's the
Yes.
challenge, the struggle, right? It sounds like a dream to me. What you're saying to me right now sounds like a fairy tale. You just one day wake up, I'm gonna change the world, and now
Yeah,
everybody's rallying behind you to change the world. Was there a point where you wanted to give up?
for sure, man. Um, a lot of times where I did not know when are we gonna get our next lunch. A lot of times where I did not know how we're gonna get into the next community, how we're gonna travel with the tools. A lot of times when I felt discouraged, where people would resist against this movement, and maybe dump wherever we've cleaned, and we had to go back and clean up again. So there were times like that where I was like, probably I don't think this is the call for me to step into. But I'm greatly grateful to God for giving me the strength to overcome those challenges.
I want us to just ponder on that for a second or two, Peter.
Yeah.
The importance of a deity, the importance of an anchor when you're in
Yes.
pursuit of something bigger than yourself. For somebody who is listening, whatever their stride is, whatever it is that you're trying to pursue right
Yeah.
now, and they feel to an extent there's a bit of a I don't know, like a negative air around what's going on. Things are not working out as you wanted them to work out. You know,
Yeah.
the plan X, Y, Z, they've all failed.
Yeah.
What would you say to them with respect to believing in a deity, a higher power, a
Yeah.
being above yourself that is able
Yeah.
to feed you during times of distress?
Yeah. I think I love this verse in Hebrews 11, verse 6, if I'm not mistaken. It says that it is impossible to please God without faith. Um, faith, like hope, like the confidence in believing something that you don't even see or you cannot even touch, but you know that like it's gonna happen, right? And I know maybe some people are like doing some things, or maybe like they find themselves in a very difficult position where they don't even know what to do. But I can tell you, have faith, have faith in God. Move even if you're not seeing the results, because you're not there to see the result. You're also there for the process as well. So yeah,
I love that. You're not just there for the results, you're there for the process as well. Oh, I'm taking that one with me. If you've just joined us, welcome to it. This is Tech Africa. Shayla standing in for Puleng Molwatsi, and we're currently in conversation with Peterson Sebati, who is a young man from Potchefstroom, and he is looking to change his community, his context, one street at a time. If you want to send through your questions, do find us on WhatsApp +27 6340 69126. Peter, back into the strenuous times, what are some of your toughest obstacles? Is it funding? Is it manpower? Is it criticism? Is it burnout? Just given the work that you are trying to do, what are some of the toughest challenges that you have to face?
I think it would be also manpower and also equipment. Um, Sometimes, like I said, we have a heart to really restore the whole of Potch, going into 44 communities of Potchefstroom. But to get to the communities, we need a van or a bucket to get to that place. If we get maybe like trees, or like there is trees that we need to chop down, and maybe like grass that we need to cut. We need machinery for that. So sometimes it's pretty hard, but we do not rely on these things to do the work that we do. We are grateful for the support that we've received so far, but we've just been going at it with or without. And yeah, I think that's really been challenging, and also like the resistance sometimes that we do face. Like sometimes we clean up an illegal dumping site, um, and you'd see maybe like the community maybe just going back and like just dumping wherever. Even sometimes when we were busy, they would just come and just dump, and we have to pick up wherever we have cleaned again,
Oh,
and we should be
goodness.
just like a back and forth. Yeah,
And how do you navigate that? Like, I can't imagine. I'm going to give you a bit of a context. I'm at home, okay? I
yeah,
am mopping. Someone
yeah,
decides that they need to
yeah,
move from the living room to the
yes,
bedroom and they
yes,
walk on wet grounds. I will sweep your feet so quickly with that
yeah,
mop, okay? Your face will
yeah,
land on the floor, is what my imagination would allow. But I can imagine that you would need grace, you would need
yes,
patience. How
yeah,
do you, firstly, foster your team to exude that, right? Because it's not just you, there's an entire team. They all
yes,
need to learn this patience,
yeah,
this calmness or calming
yeah,
spirit to be able to deal
yeah.
with people like that. How do you do that?
Um, I don't think just self-control, exercising self-control. But I think with my other team members, volunteers, I don't think they play with it. They very like, hey, what are you doing and whatnot. So at times I just have to like just relax, right? It's more of like to really discourage us, but let's keep pushing forward, right? This should really build us. This should really encourage us to continue instead of saying, okay, we give up because of some person is saying this or is doing this to negatively impact the work that we do. Because at times, some person would do that, and another person would walk by and say, wow, what you guys are doing is amazing. Another person would come pass by, maybe buy us a cold drink or do something, and like, wow, we love the job that you do. So it's because of those things that we are so so grateful for things like that, instead of like the negative impact that we receive from other people.
Yeah. Peter, I
Yeah,
want us to reflect on a moment that got you a bit emotional. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you've just given us examples, but I want you to take us to an actual moment where someone extended themselves and you didn't expect it. And it got you thinking the work that I'm doing is not important. It's of the utmost importance. Peter, are you with us?
Yeah. Sorry, man. Yeah, sorry. Um, we were cleaning at one of the schools, right? And it was a primary school, maybe a school of 1,900 children who never got to play at their playground because of it was laid to rooms. It was closed up. It was abandoned in a way.
Mm.
But as we were busy cleaning, um, you know, it was like we started like starting to open it up. We were very excited that kids will start playing. But we were doing this while during school times, and it was break time. And I remember like hundreds and hundreds of kids surrounding us at where we were working, because this was a park that they've never played in many years. So
Yeah.
I remember they were coming and saying, if you could just give us 1 minute to play in this park, we'll go back. And it was just joy and so much hope in their eyes. And I said that you guys have to be here just for 2 minutes and you guys are gone because you're still working. And I remember them just like there was somebody that was opening up for them that small gate, but hundreds of kids started rushing into that gate
Sure.
and they started playing. And for the first time, I knew we were working towards changing life and impacting communities. But when I was seeing that at a primary school, something really touched my heart that really motivated me to even continue even further. So yeah,
Sure. That must have been a sight for sore eyes. These little bundles of joy
yeah,
running into an environment you're making more safe. And I
Yes.
can only imagine that you and your team were startled by that, but in a very good way.
Yeah.
I know that people are discovering you. People such as myself are discovering you on social media through some of the work that you are posting. Are there
Yeah.
ways for people to collaborate with you? For somebody who's saying, I don't live in Potchefstroom,
Yeah.
but I want to pay homage to the cause. I want to come and volunteer. I want to donate some equipment. How do they reach you?
Okay, so we have a backup buddy on all our social media platforms. It's like a crowdfunding website that we do have where people can donate. We also, if you really want to volunteer, you can maybe text me. I can send you the link to our WhatsApp community where we share updates on where we are. We are also hoping to go into even other cities and maybe starting branches of like Retsa Tshela, like just encouraging young people in different communities to start what we've started.
And then, Peter, just as a parting shot,
Yeah.
I want to find out from you in terms of, and you sort of alluded to it, right? To say that you want to
Yeah.
step into other communities, perhaps just
Yeah.
even outside Potchefstroom,
Yeah.
to incentivize the youth.
Yeah.
What is the ultimate goal for you? And I want you to give us a picture, because everybody can say clean streets, but that's not
Yeah.
enough. There's a
Yeah.
camaraderie that you are developing
Yeah.
in the work that you're doing. There is a unity that you are now formulating in society. So give us an image of what it is you want to see in society.
Hope restored, man. I think that's what I heard what you said before this interview. Hope restored. I think sometimes we've gone to a place where South Africans right now, it's like hope, they've put their hopes in people, in leadership, and somehow that they fall. I believe that through this campaign, hope will be restored in different communities, and it may not be we cleaned so many sites, or we got to counter illegal dumping in Pretoria, or what, we got to clean the streets, but there is a sense of hope that was restored in people's hearts, and that is like the whole heart behind this, that there is still hope, and Porch do not give up, South Africa do not give up, there's still hope.
My hope is that you take it throughout the continent, because we do need efforts of this caliber. I know that Rwanda prides itself in cleanliness, and they have a day dedicated to the kind of work that you do, where the entire country gets about cleaning the streets of the nation and the country, of course. And so we really do hope that you spread throughout the continent, throughout the globe. We hope that Retsa Tshela will really pave the way for very many communities and really restore hope as you so desire. Mr. Peterson, this has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
No, thank you so much for having me.
The voice there of Peterson Sebati joining us this morning, the founder of Retsa Tshela. And this has moved from a pair of hands desiring to see hope restored through cleanliness within the community to a movement that I think can champion so many spheres across the continent. It is 37 minutes after 10 a.m. Central African time. If you missed that conversation, head over to YouTube under the videos tab. You should see the thumbnail and, of course, just the header to let you know that we were talking to Peterson Sebati. For now, let's get some music.
Tech Africa every Sunday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African time.
Let the good times roll.
From the 10th of October,
Make a note.
Channel Africa is stepping into a brand new era with the launch of our upgraded website and app.
It's easy, fresh,
And always on your fingertips.
wherever you are in the world. Africa's voice is just a click away.
The future of Channel Africa
Okay.
goes live from the 10th of October.
Don't miss the moments.
Mix Vibration